the redshirt freshmen and the sophomores to now that they've had some experience, like get on the field a little bit more? What do you think of their progression overall?
I think generally we're pleased. Like, not to spend too much time kind of diving into one by one analysis, but I mean, we see good trajectory within the program. We were disappointed on Tuesday, just with, I think, the performance across the board. So much of our growth and development has to do with, are we actually changing? Are we letting go of some of the habits and behaviors and responses that have defined us in the past and stepping into a different competitive spirit here? And it takes time and attention on my end and our coaches' end to really show them here in March where those things still linger and how we can, eradicate them before we head into the season where, we think we have a team that's capable of winning games. And so I thought today was a great bounce back day from that, from Tuesday, and I was pleased with the back and forth. But on the whole, with that 22 class, I think those guys are stepping up and stepping into roles, and I think those roles will be defined as we finish the spring.
What have you noticed about the two quarterbacks, in terms of obviously going from true freshman where you enroll in June and you're like learning the playbook and stuff to now there's probably been some steps forward?
Yeah. I think particularly with Drew Dickey, he's shown here early on real ability and command. I think Walt has also shown flashes, and this is just time for them to really get some experience under their belt. When we have live days, we're having those guys go live, and I want them to feel pass rush. I want them to feel what it feels like on 3rd and 5, where you have 6 guys up, and you got to make decisions rapidly. And I'm excited as the spring goes on to see, again, how they strengthen. But I'm really pleased with that room. I think that room has got a great, again, competitive personality and leadership potential in there. And it's AJ's responsibility to keep earning it every day and to keep advancing for himself. I see those young guys, and Ken too. I see them all as improved and developing, and it's exciting.
What kind of role do you ideally see DeCosmo stepping into?
Well, I think it's defining itself, and we'll have a better feel for that. I can tell you just from the first 5 days of practice that he's got a great motor. He's got tempo off the edge. There's a chance for him to carve out a role on 3rd downs too, just because he's powerful and explosive and can set up some pass rush games for us and do some things that way. So I've really enjoyed his personality. I've enjoyed his competitive demeanor, and we got to get that position healthy too. Miles is coming back, BJ working his way back, and in the end, we feel like we got a group that's talented. Aeneas will for sure have a role within that group, and I think it's fit right into our program identity and is already helping us strengthen that way.
Are there any other, the other injuries, just kind of short-term stuff or anything else?
Yeah, Jake Ketchick is going to be out. That's been the big one. The others are short-term. We should, on the back end of spring, start reintroducing guys into individual. Some of our guys that have been out, hopefully, Jade McGowan and Arrington Truesdell and Miles with his knee, some BJ, some of those guys will start doing a little more on the back end of spring, not full go probably to the fall though.